Now, this is something that I am realizing I'm not good at all. I talk a lot, but I don't ask questions. I'm happy to share stories, to make jokes, make people laugh. I am not curious, I guess, enough. I just feel like, oh my gosh, nobody's talking, I'm bombing, is how I feel. Which isn't how conversations go, right? So I was like, Aisha, we are going to have a handful of questions ready, or something where you can like lean on in case you're feeling this, like, I gotta tell another story, I gotta make people laugh energy, which isn't the vibe. So this time I had a game that I found that I had on my list for a very long time, and I was like, why don't I bring this? I believe it's pronounced Hygge game. It's for cozy conversations, and I was like, this will probably be a good crutch if I feel the need to just talk forever. My energy, I feel, can be a little aggressive, I guess. I don't know if that's the right term. Having an existential crisis right now. But it could be kind of like, I'm anxious, right? I feel like I'm like, oh, I want you guys to have a good time. I'm pumped up. And they're kind of like, let me settle in. And I'm like, oh yeah, yes, we're all introverts. I'm just hyped up. Anywho, we start playing the game. It's really quiet. I'm getting like the itch of like, oh, I gotta say something. I'm the host. I need to be here. I need to bring it. Someone started talking about, oh, what's your favorite board game? And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm just watching, I'm listening. I'm like, Aisha, you need to listen. You need to ask questions. Those are two things I struggle with. It's just a day's struggle. I know I need to be better. I am aware. I am working on it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll share my favorite. And after I shared mine, after everyone went, I went last. And the same girl, she was like, oh, well, why do you like that one? And I'm like, damn, she's really good at asking questions. I'm telling you, this does not happen naturally to me. I usually have to have 4 or 5 questions just in my mind to be like aware. Okay, a beat has happened. You answered something. Answer a follow-up question that you were listening, and you have a question that's relevant or adjacent, right? Don't always feel like you have to share something. So, anywho, I pulled these out and I was like, we got this. Now, what I didn't know is how awkward I am. Okay, I feel like I should know that, but no, I don't. So I have the cards out and I'm like, okay, well, let's pick a card. And on this, it has 3 different options to choose from. So I'm just like, here's the 3. I'm going to read you these 3 and you tell me if these sound interesting. All right. What song tends to make you tear up? What are the 2 most important things for people to be happy? And describe a time when you did something truly kind for another person. So I don't want to do the song that makes you tear up because I feel like it's really like emotionally heavy. And I don't want, what's the word? I don't want to do that thing where you try to like trauma bond people, you know? So I was like, maybe not that one. I do like, what's the 2 most important things for people to be happy? That question went well. Oh, here's a big mistake I did, which I felt bombed. We're playing Bears and Bees. It's quiet. And I go, well, does anyone have any thing that they're obsessed with or hobbies they'd like to talk about? Crickets. And I'm like, is that too aggressive? Maybe I should have been more specific, right? Has anyone seen any movies or TV lately that they like? I'm trying. And it's crickets. And I'm like, that's literally what I put on the flyer. So I was hoping that people would like come prepared. But then also it's my job to be a good host and to ideally get everyone interacting with each other. So after those 2 bombed, the nice girl that was asking questions earlier goes, I can't think of any right now. Why don't you share yours? And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, she gave me permission to talk. I'm going to do it. I'm going to answer one of these questions. So we went over that. I shared, I forget what I said, and it opened up naturally. And I was like, okay, maybe I don't need these conversation cards, but I'll bank a couple of these cards like with some good questions just in case. I felt awkward, but I always feel awkward. The feedback I get after an event is like, oh my gosh, it was so great. So that's just more internal work I need to do. I checked in on the other group. They played Rummy Cub. It was beautiful. The boba was good. Everyone was so nice. So right now, these conversation cards, I want to have them as like a back pocket, but I know there's a better way to do this. Like, I understand this is something we've learned when we were little, I feel like as an adult, a fully formed adult, I should know how to do this. But I'm telling you, every single time it's work, and it's a lot of work for me. So this is how it goes in my brain, if this helps. I go, Aisha, we're going to an event. You need to be on. You need to be interesting if you can. Make people feel comfortable. My partner's always like, you just need to be yourself. I understand that, but I'm a try hard, and I try really hard to be on. So knowing that, just like I said earlier, I'm in the car and I'm like, you've got to work on asking questions. And I'm asking him, what kind of questions do you think are good? He's like, what? And I'm like, okay, I'm insane. So I'm like, okay, let's have like 2 or 3 questions, just so you're ready. We can do this. So my first question, which was the 2 I bombed on, that were like, oh, what kind of hobbies do you have? Do you have any hobbies that you like to do in your free time? I thought that was a good question. It was not, or maybe the vibes were just super shy, you know? I have 3 questions. I do this thing where if you're talking to me, I really have to focus. This could be like an ADHD thing, but I'm either thinking of what I'm going to say next. So for me to try to stop that and listen to what you're saying is so hard. It's something I have to actively try to quiet the noise and listen. So I'm like, okay, try to make eye contact if you can. That's something I struggle with. And what are they saying? She's sharing about when she grew up and she liked playing this game with her family. Okay, that is really interesting. What do you like about that? What question can we ask for that? But it's almost like for me, this is homework. This is not natural for me to do this, and I know this. So me doing that drains me a lot, but I'm working on it. So if there's anything you can do to help, that would be awesome. If you're like me and also have this similar thing, I'd also love to hear from you, because it happens every day and I don't realize it till I'm driving home and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't ask any questions. Oh my gosh, they probably think I'm like conceited and just like talk about myself a lot, but that's just because I'm anxious and I feel like I'm bombing and I need to fill the time. That was the struggle for this week. That was my recap for the boba event. Otherwise, the feedback I got, everyone had a really good time. I think everyone came that attended, which is amazing. I know things happen. And I had a really good time. So I feel very good. I tried really hard. I am going to try to be better about asking questions, active listening, and if I am going to have these conversation cards, maybe I like pull some out to be on the top so that I feel comfortable being like, okay, this is a good question to ask, right? I feel so nerdy. But yeah, I think it'd be helpful just so I could be like, oh, have you ever cut your own hair? You know? And then I would follow up with like, but you're not having a mental breakdown, LOL, because I think we've all done that. Or just me. Anyways, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Until then, I will see you next time.